And what was the other thing I missed? I don't remember. Maybe Paul knows. Paul Hamilton on the Western Hotline now as the Sabres play the Blues tonight. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I mean, the hockey team's on a win streak, and, the football team's at least heading to the playoffs. So I'm sure you were not drenched in the downpouring rain yesterday. You were probably dry at home.
You know what? This isn't even a situation where you said, well, Paul's old. He doesn't want to sit outside. I was in high school sitting in games like that from now and then, and I hated it. I would sit there and say, when is this game going to be over? I despised it. So I hated it when I was 18 years old too. So
right. That has not changed.
This one isn't get off my lawn, I'm old. This is just I do not like sitting outside in the rain for 3 or 4 hours when it's 39 degrees. By the way, when I left the press box when the traffic broke, it was over 50. It was 55.
Yeah.
It had gone up from 39 to 55 from the time the game was until it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours after the game ended.
That did not stay around, though, because I'm looking outside my window right now, and there's blistering snow all around. So,
we're not snowing here in Lancaster.
Okay.
We're windy, but no snow whatsoever.
It might be coming your way in a little bit here, so you're ready for that. Paul Hamilton on the Western Hotline. We'll get some Sabres in here because the team has won 8 in a row now. And before we get to tonight, Paul, the game on Saturday, the building was buzzing, the atmosphere was awesome, and maybe you could have been a little worried after the first period just because they were down, but man, I felt like the Bruins didn't touch the puck for 30 minutes after the second period started.
Yeah, the first period was an even period, I thought. I mean, I didn't think either team won the period. It was just one of those even games. And, and then they took it over. I mean, you could tell Boston hadn't skated. Their plane was late for people that didn't know. They did not morning skate, which meant they had not been on the ice at all for practice or a game in 3 days. Neither had the Sabres, but they morning skated, so at least they got the cobwebs out a little bit. And Lindy Ruff even did a couple of compete drills in the morning skate, which he normally wouldn't do. And you could tell in the second period who had skated and who hadn't. Buffalo just took the game over. Another good game by Luukkonen. A couple people maybe didn't like the goal that was scored on him. You know what? Doesn't matter. He only gave up one.
Right.
Even if it's a good bad goal, if he gives up one, you're fine. And he made some when he had to make a big save, he did. So it was another good game by him. And they did it without Rasmus Dahlin. First time in 2 years they were able to win a game without Rasmus Dahlin and win it rather handily. So they didn't really get worse defensively. They weren't giving the puck away. Their puck management was still very good, which is one of the key reasons why they've won 8 in a row. So I thought that was big, too, that they were able to win a game without their captain.
Yeah. The Pastrnak goal, for me, it was kind of in the middle because it's a wrist shot from the top of the face-off circle. Like, generally, I think I want my goalie to make that save, but it is David Pastrnak, and the puck was placed perfectly.
Yep.
So, that's the guy where maybe you can live with that. And like you said, if he stops everything after, you can't be mad at Luukkonen. Were you surprised, though,
if he lets in a goal from the red line, but he wins 4-1, and it's the only goal he let in, okay, it doesn't matter. He let in one goal, so it's fine.
That's a good question. If you only let one in, but it's from I think you're probably right. You still have to consider that a good game,
especially if he makes good saves along the way in the 4-1 win.
Were you surprised he started in the first place, Luukkonen?
I was shocked, and nothing shocks me, but that did.
Yeah.
I it's like, what are you doing? I mean, you finally. One of the other reasons I think they've been winning is they went with a goalie, and as I kept saying to you guys, I don't care who, just go with one. As I speak now, it's starting to snow here. You're
there
right.
We go.
It's coming.
It's
coming.
Yeah.
So they picked Lyon. Great. Whatever. It's worked. I mean, he hadn't won a game since October against Toronto, and then he reels off 6 straight wins and is playing really, really well. Even though Luukkonen came in and played a great game in New Jersey and did a good job when they needed him, why are you changing things? Go with your number one goalie. And Ruff said yesterday after practice that I asked him, and he said both goaltenders will likely play in this 3-game road trip. You really don't need a goaltender until the middle of the month, to be quite honest with you, middle of January. And I just didn't understand it all. Now, it worked. They won. The winning streak is still alive, and they won. but I just didn't see you had a good thing going. Why change it?
Right. So I guess Lyon tonight would make sense, but again, right, like if they want to keep rolling with who played well the last game, I guess we'll see about who plays tonight against the Blues.
Maybe he's going to go with back and forth again. I don't know.
Yeah.
So if he has both goalies rolling, maybe Lyon and then Luukkonen in Dallas and then Lyon in Columbus. Maybe that's his plan. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't really tell us. He actually, that's why he hedged a little bit when I asked him if both goalies are played. He goes, well, yeah, that's probably right, but I'm not going to give my goaltending thing away.
Right.
So yeah, I think we're going to see both goaltenders, by the way he answered that.
One other thing from Saturday, Samuelson, Paul, his season has been incredible, to say the least. He's been so much better than he was, especially last season. The offense is the craziest part to me because, I don't know that I need that long term. I don't think I need him scoring at this rate for him to be worth that contract. It's more about the physicality and shutting plays down, but he's given them something even on the offensive end.
But look at the one goal by McLeod. It was all wrapped in one. He made a huge hit behind the net, erased the play, got the puck, got the breakout started, got it up in center ice, moved the puck up ice, and McLeod winds up scoring. And it was just like, so everything you're talking about happened all in one play. He killed the play. Mm-hmm. He was physical. He became part of the offense. And it all came up, and as good as Dahlin is, and I think Dahlin's had a pretty good season, I still think Samuelson's been their best defenseman from start to finish, from the start of the year till now. And that's the one thing Lindy Ruff has talked about since he became coach here, that he was trying to convince Samuelson of, is we just need you to use your size to your advantage. He doesn't care if he fights or he doesn't have to put people through the wall, but use your size. Use your strength and your size to your advantage. And he finally seems to have mixed that into his game.
8 o'clock tonight against the Blues. Dahlin's expected to rejoin the team and be in the lineup. Is Jason Zucker, you think, also getting back in? What do you think the lineup's going to look like?
I kind of think so because Roseanne was sent down. So that means they're probably activating Zucker. That opens up a spot. And then Johnson was just here, just in case type of thing. So with Dahlin back on the roster, he goes back down. But I think that tells us something, that they're leaving on a 3-game road trip. They sent the extra forward down. That tells me probably Kozak and Zucker. And Lindy hedged about that too. He's on the trip, and he said, we still need to see what the doctors and trainers say, but he was in practice yesterday on a line. He was actually on Greenway's spot because Greenway is still doing his thing, that they have this program they have him on. So Zucker might slide in for Greenway.
Yeah.
Who knows, for this game, and then Greenway will be back for the next one, but we'll see where he winds up in the lineup.
Yeah, because you feel like Zucker would be a guy that would play a little higher in the lineup, but I don't know. You feel like Lindy might not want to touch the top 3 lines because they've been playing so well?
In theory, yes, but he touched his goaltenders.
Right.
But your theory is correct. Yes, I would think that.
Yeah.
But who do you want to pull out? I mean, they're all playing pretty well right now. So, but Zucker's got to play. I mean, you got to put him in. So, again, it might be a day where Greenway doesn't play. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Dunn comes out, but I really like the way that line has performed with Dunn playing. So it's a good problem to have, so to speak.
Right. On paper, I feel like the thing that would make the most sense would be Zucker goes up to Krebs' spot and he goes to the 4th line. But as you've been talking about, Krebs has been up there and playing great. So I don't think you would feel the need to pull him off of that line.
And the numbers back that up. Maybe people. I know he gets a lot of flack from people because he doesn't score a lot. But look at where he was, where he scored the goal, and he's always there. I mean, he's standing in the crease, and that's where he always is. I mean, he's a pain in the butt for a defenseman. I mean, his motor's always running. He's always in the battle. He wins the battle a lot. And if you asked Tage Thompson to give you an honest opinion on playing with Peyton Krebs, I bet you would get a glowing recommendation, not just, well, I'm going to defend my teammate. I think Tage Thompson is quite happy with playing with Peyton Krebs just because his game complements Thompson's game. He goes and gets the puck. He goes and wins the battle. That helps Tage Thompson be productive. Maybe Krebs isn't scoring the goal, But, Krebs has kind of taken the turnovers out of his game, which were plaguing him for a while. And his numbers are excellent on that line.
All right, it's the Blues tonight, Paul. Worst goal differential in the league by a lot. And they've given up the most goals.
But remember, they walked into Buffalo and won 3-0.
Yes.
And they have played, including that game, they have played 25 games and only lost 8.
Okay.
So that kind of got their motor running a little bit.
All right. Sabres and Blues tonight. Thanks, Paul. We'll hear from you a little bit later on the station.
Yep.
Paul Hamilton on the Western Hotline. Sabres and Blues at 8. We'll have pregame starting at 7. Extendo Sports, when we come back, take a quick look around the league. All the things that happened yesterday, which we haven't had a lot of time for. There's a lot to chew on from that Bills game. So we'll do that when we come back and wrap things up, get you off to Sal and the Northtown Automotive Extra Point Show coming up here on a Buffalo Bills Football Monday on WGR.